Hello everyone, this is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA, and I just wanted to pop on here and give you guys an online bidding video tutorial. Because online bidding is new to the Missouri Horse Auction, sometimes it's just easier if you can kind of get a visual. I really wanted to do this video live for you guys today, but I am working from home and I do have little dogs who are very likely to start barking in the middle of a video. So that could make doing it live a little difficult. So as an alternative, I'm going to pre-record this and upload it. And if you have questions after watching this, I'm going to put all of the ways that you can reach out to me directly in the comments under the video. So I just want to go over the options to bid, how things are kind of going to go, and walk you through and what it's going to look like. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the online bidding platform. So if you're going to use your computer, you're going to type in bid.horseauctionsusa.com. And this link is all over the Missouri Horse Auction page. It's listed beneath each of the horses' listings, etc. That's going to bring you to our bidding platform, and you can see all of the upcoming sales that we have. And of course, the very next one is the Missouri Horse Auction. We do also have an app. So if you're going to be bidding from your phone or a tablet or basically any mobile device, I do recommend using the app. And the reason I say that is the app just works so nicely on the mobile devices. It's set up to view really nicely on those devices. You'll get notifications right to your phone or to your tablet. And most of my users, their feedback is if they're using their phone, they really do like the app. So before we go any further here, I'll just show you the app, because once we look at that, the rest of what I'm going to tell you is exactly the same, whether you're on a computer or the phone. So the app is available free to download in the Google Play and the App Stores. So this is what they look like in the store. You'll just go to the search bar in the App Store if you're an iPhone user and type Horse Auctions USA, and this is going to pop up. And if you're a Google user, you're going to go to the Play Store, and again in the search bar type Horse Auctions USA, and it's going to come up. Either way, free to download. And then you'll have that little icon. It'll be right on your phone. Like I said, you can use the app or your browser, whichever you prefer, but if you're on your phone, I do strongly recommend that you use the app. If you're using a computer or your browser, you can use any browser that you want. This will work with every browser, but I do recommend using Google Chrome. It's the most up-to-date browser, and that's the one that seems to be the smoothest operating for pretty much everything on the net. So I do recommend Google Chrome. So again, whether you're on the app or you're on the computer, you're going to go here. Here is the Missouri Horse Auction, and you are going to click on View Auction right here. That's going to bring you to our online catalog. If you visited this earlier in the week, you may have noticed that a lot of the horses, or all of the horses, have these large 1,000 numbers. The reason we did that, because this is the first time we're doing the Missouri Horse Auction like this, we weren't sure what to expect as far as a head count number-wise. So what we did was take all of those consignments, and now that we're, at the finish line and we know how many horses approximately we have coming, we've gone through and assigned the official hip numbers and selling order, and we are currently in the process of changing that over. So as you look at this throughout the day, like you can see that obviously there's big gaps. You'll see these numbers all start to fill in. We do have just over 180 horses called in. So by the end of the day today, all of those horses will be listed here. So that's why that happened. If you put one of these horses down here when they still at 1,000 number, if you put them on your watch list or placed any bids there, don't worry. When we switch their number over, that's going to follow. Okay, so those are just placeholders. Like I said, just made it easiest for us to organize things and get these horses in front of you for you to look at. So when you get over here, the very first lot is the sale information and practice bidding lot. This is a lot I'm going to direct everybody to, especially my new bidders. It's just got a lot of good basic information, and it will answer quite a few questions and give you a little bit of an overview of the different ways you can bid and what to expect on Friday. So you'll just kind of scroll down through here. This first part is all of the actual auction information. And then as you go down through, it's going to tell you about the absentee bidding, about the live bidding, and what to do if you're a winning bidder, all that good stuff. And we'll go over all of that step by step, but I just wanted to point out where to find that. It's always under the very first lot. It's lot number 0, and it will tell you this is sale information and practice bidding. So I'm assuming many of you are completely new to the Horse Auctions USA platform. So the very first thing you're going to need to do is create a user account. Now, I obviously already have a user account in here, so my steps are going to look a little bit different. But what you're going to do is click Register to Bid. And then, if you're an existing user, your stuff will populate here. But if you're brand new, you see here where it says No Account, Sign Up Here. This is what you're going to click. And it's going to have you input your email and create a password. And then it's going to walk you through, if you want to actually go ahead and register, it's going to walk you through and get all of your information, address, phone number, etc. So we'll go through all that, but let me get signed in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get signed in. So when you register to bid, you will need to put in a credit or a debit card to register. This is an unfortunate necessity in the times we live in to keep the scammers out. We do need to make sure that our bidders are real people with working cards. So I know it's a little bit of an inconvenience, but unfortunately necessary. So you will put in a credit or a debit card. Now this is very important, so I want to make sure I'm very clear about this. When you do that, Horse Auctions USA is going to run a $500 pre-authorization on that card. This is not a charge. Okay, I want to say that one more time. This is not a charge. It's just a pre-authorization to make sure there is in fact $500 available, and it's going to just test that, and then it's going to fall right off. Now, what happens on your end when we do this is dependent on your bank. Some banks will send out a notification letting you know that there was activity, and that notification will look like a charge. So every sale, I'll get calls from people who think, oh my goodness, you just charged me $500 to register to bid. We didn't, I promise. It's just the way your notification looks. If you actually get into your online banking, if that $500 shows up at all, it's going to show as a pending. And then what's going to happen is that's just going to vanish like it was never there. It's not going to be a reversal. It's just going to be like magic, poof, gone. That comes off immediately on our end at the completion of the auction. It probably won't reflect in most banks until Monday, with some exceptions Tuesday. Okay, so if Monday morning rolls around and that pending charge still shows, it's your bank's end. I can't make it go any faster. It was already released on mine. It will fall off. Like I said, most banks, it'll be gone Monday morning. The rest of them, it'll be gone Tuesday. So just be aware that that is going to happen. Having said that, you do not, if you're a winning bidder, you do not have to make final payment with that card. You are welcome to pay cash or check at pickup. You can also, use the card if you want to. The office is going to contact all of our winning bidders at the conclusion of the sale, just to kind of verify when you're going to pick up and your preferred payment method and all that good stuff. All right, so now that we went over that, you've got yourself registered, you're good to go. When you're registered, you're going to see your name up here. Now, this is very important, especially when we go live. You need to make sure you're registered to bid. That's great. But if you're not logged in, you won't be able to bid. So once you've registered, it's a good practice to just get in the habit of popping up here in the corner real quick before you go any further and making sure you see your name so you know you are registered. So we're in. You can just kind of go through the catalog, look at all of the horses, read about them. Their thumbnails will be there. If they've got a video, it will tell you they have a video here, and the video is going to be their second thumbnail. Okay? And then you can play it right there, right, just like that. So you can click through all the photos, etc. All right, so that's available every lot. That's how you'll do them. So let's say you've gone through, you've shopped all these lots, you've picked out your favorites. Now the question is, how are you going to bid on them? With this system, you have two different options available to you. You'll notice, even though the auction is not active right now, that you have an option to bid here. This is what we call pre-bidding or early absentee bidding. For those of you who ever used eBay, this is just like that. You go ahead and you place your maximum bid, and then the computer does all the work for you. The times that I recommend you use this are, let's say you work evenings, or you have to get up really, really early Saturday morning, so you're not going to be able to stay up very late, and the horse you like is probably going to sell a little bit later in the evening. Maybe you live in an area that has spotty internet or slow internet, or you're going to be traveling and in and out of cell service. Maybe you're a person who finds big decisions under pressure really challenging. Auctions go fast, and we're going to have, over 200 head of horses when it's all said and done on Friday. So we're going to go through at a fairly rapid pace. And so if you need a lot of time to make decisions, people often will find that they freeze, just because it's going so fast and they just weren't quite prepared. So in any of those cases, I recommend you look at this pre-bidding option because it takes the pressure off, so to speak. You can, from now until sale time, you can spend all day today, all day Friday, looking at these horses and really kind of taking your time and thinking about it, and then making a decision. So should you choose to use the pre-bidding option, you see here next to the bid button, there's a little drop down. So you click that and it's going to say create a max bid. So I'm going to say that I like this horse for $2,500, right? That's the absolute most that I want to spend on this horse. Now what's going to happen? Is the computer going to set me in for that? Nope, it isn't. I'm going to go ahead. The minimum opening bid before we start is $1,000 on all the horses, and the computer is going to set you in at the minimum amount. So there it is. It put me in at $1,000, and I'm going to sit there. If somebody else comes along and they say, oh, I like that too, and they go ahead and they place the bid, and let's say they bid $1,500, the computer is going to take that, and then it's going to see your maximum bid is higher than that, and it's going to set you back in at $1,600, and so on and so on. So where I'm going with all this, kind of long explanation is the computer's job is to act as your agent, to bid on your behalf and get you that horse for the lowest possible amount. So that's what that does. That max bid just tells the computer, there's your stopping point. The computer's not going to automatically jump you all the way up to that or anything like that. Another important part about using this option, we want you to bid with the most accurate information available. So let's say this horse here, you love it, it's wonderful, you've placed your bid. And then on sale day, when we go live, that horse comes in the ring and the owner says, oh, and by the way, he cribs. Or that horse comes in the ring and he is visibly lame, or he was hurt on the trailer, or he's got a big scar that nobody, that wasn't mentioned over here ahead of time, or you couldn't see in the pictures. In any of those cases, if something happens that changes the information that you had available to you when you placed your pre-bid, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to knock this out when we're live. I'm going to not take that bid. And the reason that I'm going to do that is I don't want you to get an unwelcome surprise. So just go ahead and use this feature with confidence, knowing that if there's a game-changing announcement made when we're live, we're not going to hold you to that bid, okay? Because that's not fair. There was information presented that wasn't available to you earlier, and you might have made different choices. So I just kind of want to go over that. That's the pre-bidding option. The other option, and the one that I know a lot of you are going to opt for, is to bid live. We will go live at 6 o'clock on Friday night. And for those of you out of the area, remember we are on Central Standard Time. You will have real-time audio and video. You see this little play live box over here? When we're live, you see how this is currently gray? This will be black. So when we're live, that'll be black. And if you click on this and we're not live yet, it's going to do this. We're not active, okay? And if you're registered to bid, I'll always send out a little memo. If you're on the app, you'll get a notification. If you're not on the app, you'll get an email saying, hey guys, we're going to be live in 10 minutes, or we're 5 minutes from the start of the horses. So you will kind of get a heads up. So we will be live. So you'll click on the first lot, like click on the 0 lot to start, click view live, and you will have real-time audio, real-time video. And this bid button that we have, that bid button is going to be available. So as we're live, it's going to say bid 2,500, bid 2,750, bid 3,000, and you're going to have the option to go ahead and click in. You need to click twice when you're bidding live. You'll click once to bid and then you will click again to confirm the bid. That's to prevent accidental biddings, because we can't be having accidental biddings in the middle of the sale. There is no delay over here. So it is important that if you're going to participate live, it is important that you're doing it from good internet or good cell service. There won't be any lag on our end, but I can't, help what there is on yours. So if you're in an area where it's kind of spotty, do think about that pre-bidding, because if there's a lag on your end, you could end up missing the bid. We're pretty good. We stay right with the internet. We give you guys enough time to go ahead and bid, but you don't want to drag your feet too awful much. So that's how the View Live works. Again, real-time audio, real-time video. There's no delay on our end, so as long as you're in good service, you will be good to go. We will also be live on Facebook. And if you have absolutely no intention whatsoever of bidding, you are welcome to just watch on Facebook. But if you think in any way, shape, or form you're going to want to bid online, I do recommend you get registered and watch on Horse Auctions USA so you don't miss out. You cannot bid on Facebook Live. I have people ask all the time. Facebook Live has a delay. Facebook buffers their feed, which makes it nice and clear, but it comes at the cost of a little bit of a delay. So there's a 15 to 20 second delay on Facebook Live. So again, for those of you who just kind of want to watch and see what's going on, by all means, enjoy the Facebook Live feed. Be aware that there is a little bit of a delay here on that feed. So that kind of covers the basics of how online bidding works. Like I said, you're going to kind of go through all of these, shop them ahead. I'll be updating throughout the day. I'll be adding videos throughout the day, etc. I do recommend that if you're going to register to bid, you do so before 6 o'clock on Friday night. You can register to bid in the middle of the auction. You absolutely can. You can register for online bidding at any time during the auction. However, once we start the auction, I'm going to be up on that auction block, and I'm going to be running this computer, and I'm going to be reading pedigrees. And that means that I am not able to answer my phone. So if you try to register to bid during the auction and you hit something you don't understand or you have a question, it's very hard for me to help you. I have to do it by text in between horses selling, and it's a little bit of a challenge. So I do recommend you register to bid prior to the start of the auction. That way, if you have any problems or you have any questions, I'm just a phone call or a text away. Again, my name is Bridget. My cell phone is 336-904-8903. You can call or text me anytime. If I don't answer, it's very likely I'm on the other line. I will call you back. So that's kind of a good overview of the online catalog and the online bidding, all that good stuff. You can always find it too from our Facebook page. I'm going to put the link in the comments under this video. I'll pin it to the top of the page. And up here at the top, I'm here on the Missouri Horse Auction Facebook page. Our video post, our featured post here is right here. That link is right in it. That'll take you straight to the auction page. Yep. Follow the link. And there you go. Okay. So that's everything, guys. That's a pretty good overview, I think. But if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to hear from you. We're very excited. We've got a lot of bidders registered already from the East Coast to the West Coast, and we are looking forward to a great sale. So we will see all of you on Friday. Thank you very much.